there. Welcome to Gut Health Made Simple. My name's Kim and I'm going to be your host. So if you're ready to take control of your autoimmune disease, one of the things that's going to be really important is adding daily movement. I want to share with you the exercise program that I've been doing for almost 2 years now. It's a 90-day program and I just restart it over and over and over again for every 90 days. It's sustainable, it's not difficult, and as you can see, I can be anywhere. I don't need any special equipment. So I'm going to share day one with you today, and then I want you to read below in the description the structure of the program to kind of explain how it's going to be. This program is 4 days a week, and I'm going to start with you. This will be day one for week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4, and then we'll start over again. But again, check out the description for the extended details on how the program works. It's going to be less than 25 minutes a day. And I'm also going to link up here the 4-minute warm-up that I use before each of my days of workout. The other thing I want to stress to you that I'm going to show you today is it does not take perfection to do a workout. What it takes is a little bit of commitment and knowing where you need to modify. So I'm going to show you how I modify certain exercises, and then you can modify as you need as you go along. All right, let's get started. Okay, as you'll find, I do not have any filming or editing skills, but I still want to share this with you. So I'm going to start back here. Hopefully you can hear me. And we're going to start with the first 3 exercises. Those exercises are going to be bodyweight squats, reverse bodyweight lunge, and then we're going to do heel taps. So I'll show you how to do all 3 of those. We're going to do them for 30 seconds each, and then we're going to repeat the circuit 2 more times. We're going to have a 1-minute break in between each circuit. So let's get started. All right, first up, we're going to do bodyweight squats. So here we're just going to go down and back up, down and back up. And here, the important thing is to keep the weight on your heels. So you don't want to have the weight on your toes because that's going to hurt your knees. Additionally, you want to make sure that your knees are not going over your toes as you go down. So let me show you from the side. And the way to modify this exercise is that you just don't go as deep in your squat, okay? But sooner or later, you're going to end up going lower. Next, we're going to do the reversed bodyweight lunge. Okay, so similarly, we're going to keep that weight on our heels. And again, we just won't go as deep in the lunge when we need to modify. You want to make sure that your back knee doesn't hit the ground because we don't want to have any injuries. Okay, 8 seconds left. And each time we do it, we're going to get better. Now we're going to go down to the ground and we're going to do heel taps. So sit up position and we're just going to go tap, 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 tap. And this is going to work on our obliques. Now what I like to do, and what I did when I first started this program, was kind of feel those obliques right here. Feel them as they move, and they're going to feel tighter over time, which is going to be really good for your motivation. And right now, your range of motion might not be great, but it's going to get better. Okay. And we're finished the first circuit. So we're going to repeat that circuit 2 more times, and then we're going to move on to our next set of 3 exercises. So as you can see, it's not super difficult. I know when I first started doing this, I was modifying so much that I wasn't even really sweating and I could just go about my day. I am improving a little bit over time. Like I said, it's been 2 years. So, do what you can today and just know that it's only going to get better. Now, the idea of movement when you are waking up with stiff joints or not feeling very well or having anxiety or any one of those areas where your body's telling you no, the idea of movement seems like it's counterintuitive. But the reality is, after just 1 set, I can tell you I feel much better than I did when I started. So gauge yourself as you go. Start to feel those wins. All right, we've got a couple more seconds of rest here, and then we're going to go back into our body weight squats. Okay, here we go. So again, keeping that weight over the heel. And each time you do it, you're going to improve because now you know the exercises. So body weight squats. We're halfway through our 30 seconds on this one. Go as deep as you can, or you don't have to go deep. And again, keeping that weight on the heels. 5 more seconds here, and then we're going to go to that reversed bodyweight lunge. So, same thing. Keeping your weight on the heels. There we go. And what I like to think about when I'm in the second circuit of each set of exercises is I have one more opportunity today to improve on this set of exercises. This one's a little tricky because you can lose your balance, and I still do. So just know that perfection's not the key here. Action is. And now we're going to move into those heel taps. So down on the ground and tap, 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 tap. Really feeling those obliques. It's like that body-mind or mind-body connection where if you think about the muscle that you're trying to work, right here, the obliques, you're going to get more action in that muscle. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, 5 more seconds here. And finish with our second round of circuit 1. So you are deep into this workout now. Think about how you're feeling. Think about how much more you've done for yourself today. You know, consider during your break, just like thinking about how you want to perfect the next round, thinking about how your body feels, thinking about your heart rate. You know, pay attention to yourself. That's what's really important. I think that's a lot of us with autoimmune disease, we try so hard to not pay attention to our symptoms and go about our daily lives. This is your time to pay attention to yourself, to see where you need to tweak things, to see where things are working. So make sure that you're not ignoring yourself. Make sure you're not ignoring your own body's cues. I would almost bet on the fact that your body's cues are saying, I kind of like this. All right, let's get ready for round 3. Okay, this is the last set of these 3 exercises for today, and let's get moving. So this is our last opportunity to do a good job for ourselves with these 3 exercises. Okay, as we go, we're thinking about those glutes, thinking about our quads, thinking about keeping our core tight. 10 seconds left here, and then we're going to move on to the reverse body weight lunge. Here we go. Back, back up, back, back up. We're going to have another exercise in our next round that's going to really work these quads here. So you need to get them warm. 15 seconds left here. And then we'll go down to our last set of the heel taps. Okay. One more time here. All right, down we go. Kind of look forward to getting on the ground at times. Okay. Make sure you're exhaling, inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We have 10 more seconds of this first round of exercises. Think of how far you've come today. Here we go. First set of exercises down. That's awesome. All right. Okay, so we're ready to move on to our next set of 3 exercises. Those exercises are going to be a forward lunge with a knee raise. So it's going to be like forward, knee raise, back, back, and I'll walk you through it. And then we're going to move on to a static lunge on each side, 15 seconds on each side. Okay, so that's where you're really going to work your quads. And then we're going to go down to an ab bicycle. Probably one of my least favorite ab exercises, but it gets the work done. And again, it works on those obliques. So we have about 30 seconds more rest here, and then we're going to move into those 3 exercises. So take a drink of water. You can get up and move. You can sit down, whatever works for you right now. Like I said, that's going to change over time. So a couple more seconds of rest here. And you can check out the mess behind me. This is where my grandkids play. So this is where the magic happens, man. All right, 8 seconds left. And we're going to go into that forward lunge with knee raise. Hopefully I can get it in the camera. Here we go. Forward lunge, knee raise, back, back. Forward lunge, knee raise, back, back. Yes, I talk myself through it to keep myself balanced. And again, that front foot, keeping the weight on the heel. Okay, we've got about 10 seconds left of this one, and then we're going to move into static lunge. And you will be surprised at how much you feel this next exercise. Back, here we go. Static lunge. And again, your modification is don't go as deep in the lunge, especially when you get started. So I'm keeping the weight on my heel. I have about 5 seconds here on this side, and boy, I'm ready to make that change. Here we go. Let's switch it up. 5 seconds. 15 seconds on this side. Whew. I can feel it. Keep that core engaged. Now we're going to go down. We're going to do our ab bicycle. You can see why I said I like being on the ground. I like to exhale each time I make contact. You do not have to be fast with this. It is not quantity over quality. We want quality over quantity. So every time, get your elbow as close to that knee as you can. And really thinking about contracting those abs each time you make the connection. 5 more seconds here. You did it. All right. That is round 1 of circuit 2. Down. Okay, we have a minute rest here. I can tell you my heart rate's up a little bit. I don't know how you are, depending on your modifications, depending on how easy you're taking it with your body, which is perfectly fine. In the beginning, you're going to want to do more overtime. I know in the beginning, I was just taking it easy with my body, seeing what I could do. And you're going to be so happy with the things that you can do over time. This is not a 1-week program. This particular program is a 90-day program, but the idea is sustainability. The idea is sticking with it. All right, so we've got another 20 seconds, then we're going to get back into the second round of circuit 2. Again, that is going to be the forward lunge with knee raise, the static lunges, 15 seconds on each side, and then the ab bicycle. So let's get into position for a forward lunge. Here we go. Hopefully this is better. And here we're going to go forward lunge, knee raise, back, back. Forward lunge, knee raise, back, back. Making sure that you're breathing, keeping your weight on that front heel, back. And don't think I won't tip over every so often in these exercises. Got 8 seconds left here. Ooh. Then we go on to the tricky one, the one that I find most challenging, back. All right, and that's going to be single leg static lunge for 15 seconds. Again, you don't have to go this deep in your lunge. Go where it works for you. And we're ready to switch. I apologize for my breathing. That could be distracting. Okay, moving down to our ab bicycles. And here again is where I say, okay, I've got one more opportunity to really get these 3 exercises under control today. You won't be doing these exercises again until next week. Or if you're on week 4, you won't be doing them again. Okay. Round 2 of circuit 2 is down. I might take a little resting break. So really, your breaks are for you to bring that heart rate back down, to kind of gauge your body, get a drink of water, all these different things. Everyone's going to be doing it differently. Look, you might be like at super peak performance and you're up doing arm swings or jumping jacks in between. I'm not there yet, and I've been doing this for 2 years. So I am going to stand up and get a drink of water though. So it's up to you what you want to do during these 1-minute breaks. I will tell you a little secret. I don't lack commitment. What I lack is patience. So sometimes I do fast forward to just have 20 seconds left of the break or of the rest. I wouldn't recommend that if you're just starting. Take the full rest if you're just starting. But my patience is not one where I want to kind of sit around for a minute in between. I want to get it over with. All right, here we go. I'm going to go forward lunge, knee raise, back, back. Let me move forward. Forward lunge, knee raise, back, back. Lunge, knee raise. Looking at my timer, and every time I take my focus off the ground, I tip a little bit. Oop. 10 seconds left here. It's the last time we're doing this exercise today. All right, next comes the fat burner, friends. Get yourself into that static lunge. Weight on the front heel. 5 seconds left on this side. I don't know, I can feel that switch. And again, I don't like an ab bicycle, but I sure do look forward to it after this. 5 seconds left here. All right, here we go. Just think of what you've done so far today. Or maybe it's evening. And like think of how you're capping off your day. Something just for you, you know, that in the end other people will benefit from, I promise. Oh, we are done round 3 of circuit 2. Let's move on. Okay, for this third circuit, we are going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to do 4 new exercises, 30 seconds each. So we are going to start with a single leg RDL. I think it's Romanian deadlift. And we're going to go like that and go down as far as we can. And then we're going to go to the ground. We're going to bridge up and we're going to do bridge marches. We're going to do reverse ab crunch. And then we're going to get up and we're going to run in place for 30 seconds. So we're really going to get that heart rate up on this one and really get moving. So take that rest, take another drink. Sometimes I do take a full minute rest in between these longer sets. And we'll get started here in about 20 seconds. So starting with, again, it's going to be that Romanian deadlift, like that, bam. And you're going to be contracting your glutes. You're going to be holding in your core. And we'll get started right now. Okay, now, my balance is not going to be great. So I would think that maybe your balance won't be great. Now, the modifications on this one is don't go as low or don't lift your leg as high. So you could actually, I was thinking the other day, you could start, you know, with just a touch point that's right here. Okay, and that's going to definitely help you with your balance. Okay, now we're going to move to the floor. And we're going to bridge up and we're going to march. And right here, while you're doing this, I want you to make sure that you are squeezing these glutes, making them so that they're impenetrable. Like you can almost feel the muscle in your glutes when you touch your butt. Okay. I'm going to do that for another 10 seconds. And we're going to just stay in the same position. And we're going to put our hands underneath our butts. And we're going to do reverse crunch, where we, again, get in that mind-body connection, thinking about our lower abs, pulling us up with those lower abs. You want to bring your knees to your head. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 5 more seconds here. And then we're going to get up or jog in place. Here we go. Seal the deal. My timer was on only for the 3 exercises, so I've got to think my way through this next 30 seconds. You're not done yet. 15 seconds left. And you can go as fast or as slow as you want. Bring your knees as high or as low as you want. We're out of that first set of our third circuit. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. So now my timer won't go off to make you think we're finished before we really are. We got to do that running in place to seal the deal at the end. All right. We've got 2 more sets of this third circuit. Third circuit with 4 exercises, 30 seconds each. And we're going to get through each one of those. We'll take another minute break. And then we'll do it one last time. And we're all through the workout. So we have another 30 seconds rest here. Again, do what you need to do to get yourself settled. And we're going to move pretty quickly through these next 4 exercises. So that Romanian, I think it's called Romanian deadlift, you want to make sure, my posture is not always great. You want to make sure that you've got the good posture, that you're really contracting your core here. That's going to help you with your balance as you go down. So go down as far as you can and lift that leg as high as you can. We've got another 7 seconds here, and then we'll get into it. Here we go. And reaching. If you can, when you can, start to squeeze that glute when you go up. This way. And like I said, if you need to place something in front of you to be your target point, you can do that. I have been doing this for 2 years. You'd think I'd be a little bit better at it by now. 8 more seconds here. And then we're going to go down to the floor. All right, let's bridge up. And we're bridging up and we're marching. Don't forget, flex those glutes. Make it so that if somebody was coming at you from the side to get your glute, you're like bouncing it off. Your glutes are so tight, right? You can do that by actually putting that weight in your heel as you stomp down, as you march down. 5 more seconds here. Move my hands below my bum. And then I'm going to do reverse crunches. And thinking about using those abs to pull up your butt off the floor. You're not using momentum, which is why you're not going too far when you go down, right? You're going to keep these legs sort of up here. 5 more seconds, and we're going to get up and run in place. Here we go. You do this to your own pace. Everyone's got their own pace. Yours is going to change over time. So right now, you might be right here. By the end of week 4, you might be here. So pay attention to yourself. I do actually, talk about this in a second. And we are out. Clear. Okay, we are out of that second round of circuit 3. I do also have links below if you want to really pay attention to yourself. I do have a little book that I wrote. It's got lots of information in it about gut health, about different ways to move, different ways to eat, different ways to prioritize rest and sleep, and different ways to manage your stress. It is linked below. It also includes a 30-day tracker that you can track your habits, see what's working for you, what isn't. So you could record this and say to yourself, okay, what worked for me today, what didn't? Record that in your tracker. So I will have the link below for you to check that out. And then also just like make sure you hit subscribe so that we can meet up again for the next day's worth of exercises. All right, we've got 15 more seconds of rest here, and then we're going to get after it, you guys. This is the 3rd round of the 3rd circuit. So let's get ready for those single leg RDLs. Woo-wee. Here we go. Go. Oop. Well, that wasn't a great start. But that's okay. Make sure you're breathing. I say exhale on the down. Inhale when you come up. Make sure I'm in the right camera range here. We've got another 6 seconds. All right, and then we're going to get down to the ground. Here we go. Bridge up. Don't waste that. Don't waste those seconds in between. They're precious. All right, make sure that tush is nice and firm, or as firm as it can be right now. Here we go. 12 seconds here, and then we'll go into those reverse ab crunches. Okay. And here we go. Again, we do not want to be bringing our legs down like this and using the momentum to swing us back up. We want the abs to bring us up, right? I'm going to turn this way. There we go. So you can see my legs are just really coming to like a 90-degree angle with the ground. All right, 7 seconds, and we're going to get up and run this one home. Woo. There we go. You decide how you want to get home. Do you want to sprint? Do you want to jog it in? That is up to you, my friend. I'm going to do somewhere in between. 15 seconds left of this entire workout. Woo. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let me clear that. Hold on. You did it. We did it. I did it. That's my workout for today. So I will see you back here again tomorrow for the upper body and ab workout. It's going to be very similarly structured. Make sure you're checking that description. You're hitting subscribe so you know when new videos come out. Checking out that Gut Health Made Simple, my daily tracker, to see what's working for you and what's not. And I hope you have a great day.